From the beginning, the founders of AutoNation USA have embarked on a journey to redefine the automotive industry.
Come on, Jennifer. We're going to go look for a bigger car, okay?
The Affinity sales process that you are about to experience is the heart of our guest service philosophy.
You know, we really should have left her at home with your mom and the baby. She's going to be so bored here.
You know what? If we find something that we like, I'll watch her and you can do the negotiating. You like it a lot more than I do.
All right.
Everything we do at AutoNation USA revolves around the guest. The Affinity approach is the framework for all of our guest interactions.
Hello, welcome to AutoNation USA. Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
We're glad you decided to visit us today. My name is Michael.
Hi, Michael. I'm Lisa.
How you doing, Lisa? And what's your name?
Jennifer.
How you doing, Jennifer?
Hi, I'm Ed.
How you doing, Ed? How'd you hear about us?
Oh, we heard you were out on the radio.
Do you know much about the AutoNation USA concept?
Not really, just that you sell used cars.
Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, we have about 1,000 pre-owned cars and trucks that have been reconditioned to perform like new. To make your trip here successful with us, I'd like to introduce you to a sales guide who will show you around and tell you a little bit more about our concept. Would that be okay?
Sure, fine.
Okay, I'd like to introduce you.
Whether a guest is first approached by a greeter or a sales guide, those initial moments are crucial to set up a friendly, non-threatening atmosphere. During the introduction, the greeter shares with the sales guide any information that was exchanged regarding AutoNation USA and the family's buying desires or needs.
Thanks.
Well, I'll give you a tour of our facility, and if you'd like, you can either shop alone or I can assist you. But I think I know where we can start, okay? Come on, let's go.
The sales guide made the Child Play Center top priority, so that parents would be able to relax and enjoy their experience at AutoNation USA.
Well, here we have
Once
this,
they know their child is happy and safe, both parents can better absorb the information the sales guide will give them.
So what are all these computers?
Well, the kiosk computer gives you access to our inventory. You can view most any vehicle we have in our outdoor display area here on the screen instead of walking around the outside. And you also get a printout of the vehicle, where it's located, along with its features and price.
You mean every vehicle out there is in the computer?
Well, the system is updated on a daily basis. And each vehicle has gone through a 165-point inspection. And it's backed by a 7-day, 300-mile money-back guarantee, plus a 99-day, 3,300 bumper-to-bumper limited warranty.
So I can return this car for any reason up to 7 days?
That's right. And when you purchase a vehicle here, you receive an AutoNation USA passport, which entitles you to 10% discount at our Automotive Service Center, 5% discount at our AutoNation store, and 24-hour roadside assistance for AAA for 1 year.
Great. So how do we work this computer?
Well, first you have to give it some information so it can match a vehicle to your needs. So why don't we talk about what sort of vehicle you're looking for, and then if you like, a little while later, I can help you get started on the kiosk computer.
This place is definitely different from the last place we visited.
Okay, so let's
Not all guests are this easygoing and enthused about the automobile buying experience. Unfortunately, many people have been turned off by over-aggressive salespersons and unfair or even unethical transactions. Your task as a sales guide is to build integrity for both yourself and the store.
Hi, would you like for me to open that car so that you could see the interior?
No, thank you. I just want to look around. I'm not planning to buy anything at this time.
No problem. Feel free to look around. May I ask, is this your first visit to AutoNation USA?
Yes, it is.
Great. My name's Richard. I'm a sales guide, and I'm here to answer any questions you might have about the vehicle, the facility, or anything at all. By the way, I noticed you looking at the sticker. The price on the window really is the price. We offer a fair, no haggle price. So if you see anything you like, I'd be more than happy to show you the interior or take you on a presentation drive.
No bargaining? That's refreshing. But what if I don't think that price is fair?
That's a common question. Let me explain our value pricing. Each vehicle goes through a 165-point inspection. The automobile is reconditioned to perform like new. We offer a 7-day, 300-mile money-back guarantee, a 99-day, 3,300-mile bumper-to-bumper limited warranty, and we have no hidden dealer prep fees. We want you to be happy with the car and the price.
Okay, I'll just look around and see if I like anything. Where can I find the BMWs?
If you'd like, I'd be more than happy to take a minute and show you around. Then you can walk around through our outside display area or browse our inventory inside at one of our computer kiosks.
Okay, that'll be fine.
You must remember that every guest is different. As you acknowledge them, read their body language and listen to their comments. This guest had shown strong defenses. She didn't want to be hassled. The sales guide quickly established integrity by being professional and friendly without being aggressive. He showed empathy in regards to the car buying experience and took the time to share information about the AutoNation USA concept. The sales guide now continues to speak more with the guest as they tour the facility, reducing personal and interpersonal tension.
Everyone who purchases a vehicle here at AutoNation USA receives the AutoNation Passport. That entitles you to discounts through our Automotive Service Center, as well as our AutoNation store, and one-year roadside assistance from AAA, among other discounts.
Both sales guides follow the guidelines of the Affinity sales process by putting the guests at ease as quickly as possible. Each demonstrated a willingness to provide assistance and listen for appropriate opportunities to explain the AutoNation USA concept. The groundwork has been laid to proceed to the next step, acquiring. Being a good listener and asking the right questions is the key to the acquiring phase. The purpose is not to make the sale, but rather to continue to be guest service oriented. The sales guide is acquiring information to help guide the guest to the vehicle best suited to his or her needs. Begin by asking open-ended questions. Then you can probe for specific information.
You said you have an Integra. You know, they have a great reputation. Have you been happy with your vehicle?
Yeah, it's a good car. Very reliable.
Great. What would you change if you could?
Probably the size. I'm not really crazy about having the kids in a smaller vehicle.
Oh, how many children do you have?
We have 2. We have an 8-month-old little boy, and we have Jennifer, who's 6.
Oh, that's great. I also have 2 children. Now I understand why the car is a bit too small.
During the acquiring stage, the goal of the sales guide is to gain an understanding of the guest's perception of his or her needs, to learn about the guest's goals and objectives, and to consider what might motivate the guest to purchase a vehicle.
Well, you're right. A sports utility vehicle is convenient for going on family trips. Our family loves to go camping, and as a matter of fact, we have a minivan just like this, and it's been perfect.
Well, we thought about a minivan, but really it's just not my style.
Don't you mean our style?
Our style.
Aside from your family, is there any other reason a larger vehicle would be more convenient?
Well, actually, we just started our own business.
Oh, really? What sort of business?
It's catering and...
The sales guide should continue to ask questions until she has a clear understanding of their current and desired situation. Attempt to identify emotional and responsibility motives. Once you feel you have attained an understanding, summarize to be certain that your information is correct.
And let me make sure I understand what you've said. You like the reliability and the economy of your Integra, but you like to replace it with a vehicle that has more cargo and passenger space, and safety is also an issue. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. But we like the look of the sport utility.
Well, do you own or lease your Integra?
And we own it in full.
You own it in full. Are you interested in trading it in?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I could have one of our appraisers take a look at your car and determine the actual cash value.
Good. Great.
If the guest has a vehicle to trade, it should be appraised early in the process. The guest will be interested to know the actual cash value of his or her vehicle, since it may influence the affordability of another vehicle. It will also be necessary to provide the guest with a thorough explanation of AutoNation USA's appraisal process. Always give guests the option to be present during the appraisal, and be sure to explain that the appraisal is based on the vehicle's actual cash value.
What features of an automobile are most important to you?
I'm most concerned about comfort. I'm in the car all the time in my line of work, and I want something with a smooth, comfortable ride.
If you spend that much time in a car, comfort is important. What line of work are you in?
I'm in sales.
If the answers are too vague, try to probe for more specific information.
I have a lot of domestic clients. local
Remember,
clients,
the guest should ideally be talking about 80% of the time and you about 20.
something that's like really
In commercial real estate, do you use your car for entertaining customers or as a portable office?
both. But I do quite a bit of entertaining.
May I ask what type of car you're driving now?
A Ford Taurus. My lease is about to end, and I had my eye on the BMW. I think that it holds its value better than an American car.
That is a great car with a wonderful reputation. May I ask how many clients you typically entertain?
Often
Asking
2 or
permission
3.
questions demonstrates empathy for any interpersonal tension the guest may be feeling and reassures the guest of your positive purpose.
This is our kiosk computer.
What is it for?
It allows you to browse our inventory from inside. You can narrow your search by inputting specific information. I think this is the quickest way to find out if we have the car you're looking for.
This sales guide is trying to appeal to this guest's demeanor. She's professional and methodical, so instead of a lot of conversation, he's letting her know that he understands the value of her time.
Let me make sure I'm on track with what you're looking for. You need a vehicle that suits your image as a commercial real estate representative, that maintains its value better than the Taurus. Something luxurious, a bit comfortable, that accommodates your clients. Is that correct?
Yes, that's pretty accurate. A car that says I'm in business and that will make a positive impression on clients.
Based on what you've said, I can understand your interest in the BMW. I would like to suggest that you look at some additional luxury imports. I think you might like the Lexus. It is definitely a car that says you mean business. It has an incredible ride.
It's very important to summarize the information to ensure you have heard the guest correctly. This will eliminate the possibility of making unsuitable recommendations. To review the acquiring process, analyze the guest's current and desired situation. Begin with open-ended questions, then get more specific. Ask permission questions to lower interpersonal tension. If the response is vague, probe for further information. Restate what you think the guest has said. Determine their emotional and responsibility motives. Summarize your assessment to confirm you understand the information you have acquired. The acquiring process is a crucial step. To move forward without having a complete picture of the guest's needs and situation is a mistake. Remain patient and focused. During the advising stage, your goal is to recommend vehicles in terms of features and benefits which address guests' specific wants, needs, and motives. By this point, the sales guide should have enough information to assist the guests in using the kiosk computers productively.
Just tell the computer what sort of price range you would consider, and then the system automatically matches a vehicle to your criteria. And right now what it's doing is a search, and it's going to give you several choices to choose from. Right, you have, those are nice. Explorer, that's very nice.
Great. Now I can print this out?
That's right. The printout is going to give you the price, the features, and where it's located in the outdoor display area, so you can easily get to it, get a first-hand look.
Wow.
Great.
It's pretty easy.
It's really easy. So let's go over to the printout. So you see both vehicles are very safe, but only the Explorer has dual airbags, and it also has more cargo space. Well, why don't I show you the Pathfinder and the Explorer?
Sure, that'd be great.
All right, but did you also want to see a minivan?
It can't hurt. Why don't we go ahead and take a look?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's go.
There you go.
I'll try the Lexus. I never even considered it. Is it in my price range?
It's in the same price range as the BMW and it has a few more features. The Lexus has a few more miles, but either will maintain its value and impress your clients. And remember, we offer an extended warranty and 24-hour roadside assistance for the first year. Do you think you would prefer a lease?
It's not an option, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Let's compare the numbers. I never thought about leasing a used car.
At this point in the sales process, the sales guide conducts the 5-point presentation with the guest. This will include under the hood, the passenger side, driver's side, the interior, and the rear of the car.
Wow, you're really right about the cargo area. It's a lot bigger than the Pathfinder.
You know, many people choose to put a luggage rack on top, which will give you plenty of room for extra camping equipment if you decide to take another trip to the mountains. Do you bring your bikes when you go camping?
Elicit feedback. It will help you to adjust your recommendation as you go along, so you're sure to present a workable solution. Don't be pushy or over-anxious. Remain patient and sincere. Remember, as a sales guide, you're building a relationship. Make recommendations that target the guest's responsibility and emotional motives. It's important to get the guests involved during your presentation.
This car is gorgeous. It'll be ideal for taking clients to properties.
Until you drive this car, you can't fully appreciate its value.
The sales guide should explain that he or she will drive the vehicle first to demonstrate specific features and discuss the pre-planned route.
The presentation drive will take about 20 minutes. Will that be okay?
Yes, I want to test it thoroughly.
Remember, it's fine to remain silent during the presentation drive. It's not a time for selling, but rather a time for the guest to experience the vehicle fully so they may make a well-informed decision.
So how did the ride of the minivan compare to the Explorer?
I thought the minivan was a lot smoother.
Is that important to you?
Well, considering the things that we transport in our catering business, there's quite a few different food items that are very fragile.
You know, I never really thought about it, but you're right. And I really like it a lot better than I thought it would. It drives much more like a car than a van.
Well, you know, there's an added benefit. The rear seat is removable, so you can increase your space for transporting food and catering equipment. You know,
As a sales guide, you should be presenting your recommendations in terms of features and benefits which are important to the guest.
so both vehicles satisfy your needs in terms of safety, space, and practicality, but you did mention that the ride of the minivan was better and that you have more space. That would be an added benefit for your business, correct?
I think it really would. You know, all things considered, I think we might be better off with the minivan.
Yeah.
That way we'd have a dual-purpose vehicle.
Great. So let's find out what the value of your trade-in is, and then we can begin with the paperwork, all right? Let's go ahead.
Okay.
The sales guide thoroughly reviews the vehicle condition report with the guest, then provides the actual cash value of the guest's vehicle.
Oh, come on, you guys can do better than that.
And as I explained to you before, the appraisal is based on the actual cash value, not the retail value. And let me explain what this means. If a vehicle matches our inventory profile, then we invest in reconditioning it in order to sell it at retail in our store. If it doesn't match inventory profile, then we sell it at wholesale auction. Now, a typical dealership, you usually find that the appraisal is based on what vehicle you buy, and in many cases, it's only guaranteed for that particular day. But here at AutoNation USA, the value is constant, regardless of what vehicle you decide on. And it is guaranteed for 7 days or 300 miles. And this means that we will give you this amount regardless of whether you buy a vehicle here or not.
Okay, I understand. It's just a little different than what I'm used to.
So you think that the lease might be the best option for you? Which vehicle do you prefer?
Well, I'm not yet sure about the lease, but I think the Lexus is better suited for my work.
Well, let's compare the difference between the price of the lease and the price of the purchase and let you determine which is the best option for you.
This scenario is pretty clear. Her credit was good. She was happy with the price of the car and knew what features she wanted. The sales guide knew she didn't have a trade, so they could proceed with the paperwork comfortably. This is an ideal time to suggest items from the AutoNation store.
You mentioned before when we were walking through the AutoNation store that you like the multi-CD player. We can include that in your purchase price for financing. Keep in mind, you get a 5% discount.
The family situation is a bit more complicated. They agreed to trade their vehicle for the minivan, and the paperwork was submitted for approval. Unfortunately, the family did not qualify for the amount needed.
Why don't we discuss our options? You can either increase your initial investment, or we could take a look at another minivan that would accommodate your budget.
To review the advising stage, your purpose is to help the guest understand how the products and services we suggest meet their needs. Begin with the acquirement summary. Then present your recommendation in terms of features and benefits which appeal to the guest's emotional and responsibility motives. Elicit feedback. Pay attention to the guest's behavior to distinguish positive signals of acceptance. Ask for the order by using an assumptive approach. Suggest items from the AutoNation store. Listen for concerns and address them. Even though the guest has decided to purchase, the sale is not over. The relationship is just beginning.
Okay, your Lexus is being detailed and should be ready soon. You know, you might actually enjoy all this driving that you have to do.
You are absolutely right. I think I'll drive over to see my ex-husband to make him jealous.
You'll have to send him over to buy one himself.
Not a Lexus, I hope.
No. You know, purchasing that maintenance plan was a great idea. It takes all the guesswork out of you maintaining your car. While we're waiting, why don't I take you over and familiarize you with our automotive service center?
Great, I'd like that.
Good. You know,
The overall goal of the assuring process is to enhance the guest's buying decision, ensure 100% satisfaction, and further develop their relationship with AutoNation USA.
Okay, so remember what I said about the Automotive Service Center? If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call and I'll set up an appointment. But I'll give you a call anyway just to make sure everything's all right. And please stop by with your little boy. I'd love to see him. And here you go. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You made a great choice. We love our minivan. I'm sure you're going to love yours.
It really is perfect.
Great. Okay, well, let's set up a nice picture here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Here we go. One.
The guests have now become customers. They should leave AutoNation USA feeling assured that they made the right decision, feeling comfortable to return for additional products and services. Remember to thank the guest and get feedback regarding the overall level of satisfaction. Remind them to look for the AutoNation USA passport in the mail, which will entitle them to many discounts at AutoNation USA and other businesses throughout the nation. The Affinity sales process is a guest-focused approach. You're there to serve them. If you believe your role is simply to make the sale, you will focus on your own needs rather than the guests. The 4 stages: acknowledging, acquiring, advising, and assuring are integral to the overall success of the process. Use them to determine and meet your guests' needs. It will provide a win-win situation for you, the guest, and AutoNation USA.